Am I the asshole? For eating alone in a different room at my boyfriend's parents' house? For many years, my BF's parents have had us over for brunch, lunch, or dinner. They have a nice deck with an outdoor table and chairs and use it to eat or hang out. Thing is, it has to be freezing temperature before they will concede and eat in the dining room. I've had to sit on that deck many times trying to eat my food while I am shivering, even though I'm wearing layers. Last week, we went over there for brunch mid-morning. The outdoor table was set with plates, etc. I had my layers on again, but I was cold. When we were outside, I noticed the thermometer read about 45 F. The food got cold quickly, and I decided I had enough. I told them as nicely as I could that I was too cold. The mom turned to the dad and asked, "Well, should we pack it in?" The dad, scooping food into his mouth, said, "Nah, it's not too bad out here," and kept on eating. Nothing more was said, not even from my BF. Everyone kept eating. So I apologized sincerely that I needed to eat inside, gathered my plate, napkin, silverware, and glass, and went into the dining room. I finished eating before they were done, and since I was warmed up I went back to the deck while they chewed the cud and finished up. I could feel tension and no one talked to me. After we left, my BF berated me in the car for being rude. I agree it's not the best thing to do, but I had put up with this for a long time out of politeness and I think their behavior is nutty. Sure, after years of this, I should know better than to go over there with my BF if it's a cold day. I do it to be a good GF and daughter-in-law. Not the asshole. When you said you were cold, the dad should have agreed to go inside. What kind of asshole wants his guests to be uncomfortable? I'm scratching my head about why they want to be out there. Dad must have terrible farts. Not the asshole. They were rude. You're a guest, they should have one inside. WTF is wrong with them? 45 F is cold. Maybe they should invest in a patio heater. Gonna have to say not the asshole. You expressed the fact it was too cold to be eating outside. They chose to ignore you and continue on eating like you said nothing. And then your boyfriend berated you and complained that you were rude to go inside because it was too cold for you to eat outside. You need to sit down and have a serious conversation with your boyfriend about this. Eating outside is fine when the weather is good, but eating in 40 degree weather isn't. What kind of flaming Oz insists that their guest be uncomfortable? Not the asshole. You are not rude. Your BF he's rude. Your BF's family, they are rude. What's more, they clearly don't know anything about hosting company, which makes them even ruder. Not the asshole. You deserve a better boyfriend. Why would you want to be a daughter-in-law to those Oz? Would you let them treat your child that way? Treat yourself better, you deserve that. Might want to find a new BF who is reasonable, and if still alive, with reasonable parents. Life is too short to be miserable. Not the asshole. You were cold and your attempt to have everyone go inside was rebutted, so you went in yourself. You even came back out when you were done, so it wasn't like you were trying to avoid their company, you just didn't want to eat in the cold. Not the asshole. They are rude hosts. Your BF not offering to do inside or following you inside is a major red flag. Not the asshole. 45 F is 7C. I'm a Canadian and I think those people are fucking lunatics. Those aren't eating outside temperatures. Not the asshole. This is a very strange guy with very strange parents. I'm curious about the details behind the strangeness, but it's just voyeurism on my part. No additional info needed. Break up immediately. You can dine out indoors, with heat on this story for years with your friends. I'm sorry you've invested years into this guy, but if he's mad at you over this you don't want to be life partners with him, truly. Not the asshole. Sounds like you handled the situation as politely as you could. Sorry they're being weird about it. BF treatment is second red flag from that family that has no respect for you. No, rude is making a guest freeze. You may need a new BF. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Don't return until your boyfriend says that everyone is eating indoors. This is ridiculous. Not the asshole. I suspect there is a control issue in the family with the father. He is not used to being challenged. Tell your BF that you expect him to grow a spine and to look out for your interests or you will find a real man. Not the asshole. Poor mom, sounds like she's been bullied their entire marriage. So sad, disappointed face. Not the asshole. No rational person should expect anyone else to eat outside when it's only a few degrees above freezing. This isn't normal. Not the asshole. There's no reason anyone has to eat in the same environment as everyone else if it is physically uncomfortable to them. This Thanksgiving I will be in a house that is kept close to ATF 27C, so I will venture outside multiple times, sometimes with food and sometimes without. Your BF grew up doing this, so he is acclimated to it, you are not. He should have encouraged you to go in and warm up. If they actually found this rude, these are probably not people you really want to be around. Not the asshole. As someone who runs cold all the time, it actually hurts. I run a heater under my desk and a heating blanket on the bed and always wear layers, and still my joints hurt. No one really understands, they just think I'm cold, but it's painful. I can totally understand where you are coming from, and if they can't, well, sucks to be them. Your comfort shouldn't be compromised just because they are fine with it. WTF. No. Not the asshole. You were polite and everything. Then your boyfriend berated you for being rude? Dude. This is so wild to me. But you're definitely not the a-hole here. Not the asshole. You were cold and you apologized politely. They were rude. And UBF is an ass for berating you. Not the asshole. Even if you layer up to the point of being comfortable outside in 45-degree weather, I feel like the food must have tasted disgusting after being on the table for more than 10 minutes. Picturing mashed potatoes and chicken with the same consistency they have in the fridge. Yuck. Not the asshole. I don't like that your boyfriend berated you and the dad's controlling behavior. I would not go over there unless it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit. I just googled what 45F is. I'm British. Nah man, that's way too cold to eat outside. I won't even sit outside to eat when it's windy in the summer. Then again, I'm just not built for cold. Not the asshole. But my petty inner demon would love for you to have some fun with this. When the meal is served, go to the table and carefully don a ski jacket, ski pants, extra pair of socks, mittens, balaclava and one of those caps with the ear flaps. Finish it off with a rug over your knees. Make no comment while doing this, just sit down and start eating your food. Not the asshole. It was rude of them to expect you to eat outside when it was that cold. Not the asshole. I have done this at my parents' house, lol. Not the asshole. It's uncomfortable to be cold. Their house, their rules, but don't ask guests to enjoy them as hospital hosts. Not the asshole. What's rude is forcing someone who is clearly not comfortable to sit freezing because it's your preference. You clearly have a lower tolerance for cold than them. That's not a failing, it's not impolite, it's as ingrained as your eye color. If I sat at that temperature, I would get very ill very quickly. It would cause me physical pain. Not the asshole. Good hosts care about the comfort of their guests, and good partners care about the comfort of theirs. So when visiting their own family, I would get fed up too. I also think you weren't dramatic about it, but polite given this has been an ongoing experience. Your boyfriend is okay with you being cold and uncomfortable? That's terrible. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your BF should have defended you, and he didn't. I would not have stayed outside either. 45F is too cold for comfort. Don't feel bad for going inside. Not the asshole. They should have accommodated their guest. You made every effort, for example, layers, returning outside. BF is not a keeper, though. He should have come inside with you even if he didn't agree with your choice. You are lucky, however, that you are seeing now that a future with him would include him picking his parents over you. A dill. So as a GF you are not obligated to eat over there when you already know the situation on cold and mind winter is coming, so yeah. Oh yeah, not the asshole. I run hot and typically love the cold, although now having RA at 26 that's quickly changing since my joints hurt bad in the cold. 45 degrees is ridiculous to expect everyone to enjoy that. They're rude for thinking everyone would be comfortable in that. Heck, that's not freezing weather, yikes. Not the asshole. What's rude is expecting a guest to just put up with being uncomfortable. Not the asshole. They're terrible hosts and your BF is a bummer. And it was very rude of them to give you the silent treatment when you returned. It's not your fault it's cold outside. I would give a good long moment to think of the family you want to marry into. They seem pretty one-sided and set in their ways. Not the asshole. This family is weird. Not the asshole. This is not hospitality, this is fuckery. Many foods are better when eaten hot, and outside at 6 degrees sucks. But dear. I do it to be a good GF and daughter-in-law. No. This won't make you good in their eyes as that's what they already take for granted, but you ever get fed up of putting up with their BS, you'll turn into a bad dill in the blink of their eye. Also your BF not saying a word when you're visibly cold and might get sick is concerning. Not the asshole. Couple solutions. 1. Don't go over anymore once it gets too cold out, or 2. When you sit down at that outside table, Start fake sneezing and coughing all over the place without covering your mouth. I would have a set temp that boyfriend knows in advance. I'm not eating outside if it's 60 degrees or less, etc. Also WTF and not the asshole. You did nothing wrong. You were polite about it and they decided to be bad hosts. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. The whole family is crazy.